Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Chats with Georgie. I hope you're safe and well. Today, I'm delighted to join by George Mullins, who is the project manager for the World Evidence Pricing and Access Congress, which is running in Amsterdam next week on March the 12th to 13th. So George and I are going to have a quick chat about the event so that you learn more about what you can expect if you're attending. And if you're not attending, why you should be attending. So George, first of all, it's lovely to see you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak to me. Really appreciate it.
Well, it's lovely to see you, George. Look, first question though, for people not familiar with WEPA, to make it
Mhm.
shorter, who is it targeted to, and what does it focus on?
Absolutely. So in terms of a high-level summary, our event is Europe's largest market access and pricing event. It covers a whole range of different topics, obviously within market access, pricing, reimbursement, and evidence generation. So anything real-world data related, but then also health economics and outcomes research. That's a substantial area that we cover. And similarly, rare diseases, especially within the reimbursement sort of area of the Congress. Rare disease is a key target for that. So essentially, any of those individuals that are working within those areas should definitely attend the event.
All right, so let's talk about the event more specifically then. In terms of putting the program together, though, so what are some of the trends that you've seen in the last 12 months which helped you put the program together for this year?
Absolutely. So the first thing is basically barriers to access. It's something that is quite key within the industry, which is how the amount of time that it takes for a patient to access a given medicine within different geographies really varies massively, even within the European Union. And obviously, that's even more pronounced when you look at lower to middle income countries. So we've got a keynote presenter, for example, at Bayer, that is actually speaking on that very subject matter. So that's one thing. Another aspect is, as I kind of alluded to earlier, it's to do with rare diseases. So the amount of time that it takes for a patient suffering from a rare disease, especially with regards to, let's say, sort of compassionate use. So kind of early access programs is another aspect within that. And then a final kind of element is to do with patient-centered value and outcomes as a way to essentially measure how successful any given drug is. So those are a few different aspects. Of course, another thing that we're looking at is how market access can leverage new technologies, especially AI. That is obviously exceedingly prevalent throughout the whole industry. So that is something that we're seeing reflected as well in this year's agenda.
Right. So look a bit more specific at the agenda. So what are the tracks this year, and who are some of
Mm.
the key speakers?
Absolutely. So the tracks, they do range from issues ranging on evidence generation, market access, pricing, rare diseases, advanced therapies, digital transformation, HTA, then health economics and outcomes research. In terms of key speakers, we've got senior representation from Bayer, as I alluded to earlier, Roche, Boehringer Ingelheim, UCB, Takeda, Menarini, Janssen as well. Obviously, if individuals want to see a fully comprehensive list of more than 200 speakers, well, it's actually more than just over 250 that we've got in attendance for this year. I should definitely encourage you to look on the website. So for this year, we've got more than 40 vice president and above level individuals. So it's definitely the most senior speaking faculty that we've had in the history of this event.
Right. And apart from the talks, though, how else do you engage delegates and get them to
Mhm.
sort of talk to each other, actually, a network?
Absolutely. So there's a few different ways in which we do that. So we've got an app which is called Terrapinn Events, which you're all very much encouraged to look at, in which delegates can connect with speakers and the different vendors that we have at the Congress, which vary from the likes of Life Science Dynamics and Valid Insights to Eversana, Putnam, Partners for Access, and more. Another way in which we really do encourage delegates to learn more essentially at the event is through poster sessions. So this is a new addition for this year's event in which individuals of all levels of seniority can really submit a poster. If they've got some really interesting research that they've done recently, we'd highly encourage you to do so. So yeah, those are just a few different ways. Of course, at the end of the first day as well, we're going to be having a networking drinks, which is always a really great way to engage with all attendees of all different levels at the Congress.
Right. Now, one question we'll ask you is digitally. Is
Mm.
any of the Congress available either concurrently or after the event digitally?
Mm. So some of the presentations will be available after the event itself for individuals that sign up to the Congress. There isn't any hybrid element to the event itself, so there isn't going to be any recording of sessions, for example. So if individuals want to take away as many learnings as possible from the Congress, and they are encouraged to attend in person. So yes, essentially content will be available, but obviously it will only be for conference attendees. Another aspect that's important to keep in mind is that for our event in particular, because of the subject matter, there is a fair amount of information that is not necessarily publicly available. So for conference attendees to basically learn the most, to engage with the most amount of content possible, then they are encouraged to attend in person.
Right, fantastic. Well, final question for you then, George, is that people listening to this, the ones who haven't signed up, why should they be attending World Evidence Pricing?
Well, the simple fact is that this year's agenda is the most advanced in the history of the event. I alluded to it earlier. More than 40 vice president level individuals in attendance from top 50 pharma, more than 250 speakers in total. We're expecting to have, I'd say, around 1,300 people in attendance. So this is the largest market access and pricing event in Europe. So if you work within any of those fields that we spoke about previously, then make sure you book as soon as possible. And otherwise, I'm looking forward to seeing you in Amsterdam.
All right, well, that's fantastic, George. Well, look, and by the way, viewers, if you do use the code RSK20, which is above the video, you'll save 20% still. So there's still time to book and save some money at the same time. So take advantage. So George, good luck with the build up. I know it's only a few days left till you head over to Netherlands for the event. So I hope it goes really, really well. So viewers, if you are interested in this topic matter, you haven't signed up, check out the link above. And as I said, if you sign up using the code, you'll save some money as well. So George, good luck. Viewers, thank you for watching. Until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.